Hey there gamer guys and gals, I'm Richie and welcome to IG Critic. This video is going to be a bit of a first for me. I'm going to be speaking from the heart about a game that really used to mean a lot to me and for thousands and thousands and thousands of other people as well. Today I'm going to be discussing Marvel Avengers Alliance and why it was awesome. Emphasis on was. This is really going to be off the bat here. Kind of off the wall, on the wall, bouncing to and fro, from the ceiling to the floor. It's going to be fun times all round. I sound like I have no idea what I'm talking about, and it's probably true. Marvel Avengers Alliance was published by Playdon. Originally, it was exclusively a Facebook game, and it was released in March 2012. It had a good run. It ran for about 4 years, until the end of August 2016. For reasons still unknown to the fanbase, they decided that they would give it a month before they shut it down forever. A month's notice to close an online game. The audacity! The inhumanity! Cry havoc and let's slip loose the dogs of war! People were... Admittedly, I am a fan, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say to you all, it was a great game. I loved it. It was my reason for living. It was in fact the only reason I was on Facebook at all. Seriously, now that this game is not on Facebook, my Facebook page is just has tumbleweeds blowing through it. On the 30th of September, the game just vanished. It was a sad, sad game. I've yet to find a game quite like it, and believe me, I have looked. It was a rare game that catered to a specific niche of gamer. Gamers that to this day are undervalued. I'm talking about gamers that can truly appreciate the beauty of a turn-based battle system, utilizing effective strategic combat, which brings me to the first reason why this game was awesome! Strategy. Every character had their own innate abilities that made them unique and special. Sometimes when they would use an attack, it would instill your team with certain attributes that would boost. What language is that? When you would use an attack, it would instill your team with certain attributes that would give you a boost in battle. A real edge in combat. There were so many times that you would come against ridiculously strong enemies. I'm talking insanely powerful. But it was so satisfyingly possible to beat them by just being that little bit more clever. You really had to think about your approach to battle and each character's particular strengths and what was useful when, why, where and how. There are so many different strategies you could evoke that you did run the risk of combat becoming insanely complex. However, if you took the time to examine every hero's unique and particular qualities, they were broken down into simple descriptions that were easy to understand. And the particular traits lead us to our next reason why this game was awesome! I love doing that. Why the game was awesome! I can do this all day. Awesome! The class system. Think of the class system as a 5-way rock, paper, scissors. Everyone superior to a certain class and ridiculously weak against another. Blasters were good against bruisers, bruisers against scrappers, scrappers against infiltrators, infiltrators against tacticians, and tacticians against blasters, and the circle of life continues. They were all part of the great circle of life. With a roster of you and 2 heroes of your choosing, half the fun was actually planning which heroes you would take with you into battle. Juggling decisions of which heroes would cover the weaknesses of another and contrariwise boost their individual strengths. It was fun. It was thrilling. It was super. My particular favourite team, I think, ended up being Anti-Venom and Captain America. Not the most bosom of buddies, I know. Anti-Venom was just extremely effective at instilling your opponents with all manner of debilitating status effects. while Captain America was just a shield man. That's the only way to describe him. He was so good at blocking incoming attacks. He was also really good at finding weak points and taking advantage of those weaknesses. There's only one person on the team I haven't really spoken about yet. The next reason this game is awesome. Oh, I didn't do it properly. The next reason this game was awesome! Your agent. The premise of Avengers Alliance is that you are a new recruit to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. As an agent, you had access to all their tools and equipment, and as you progressed further throughout the adventure, you gained more items to add to your inventory. Weapons that could be utilised to mimic the powers and abilities of your favourite Marvel heroes. My agent had like a big bazooka gun that was part of the Stark tech set. There was a golden katana, which was very difficult to earn, by the way. It didn't really do much, it just looked really cool. There were some golden Wolverine claws that could shred your opponent's defences. And you can't forget about the Spider-Man web shooters, come on. You could mimic your agent after the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, X-Men, Spider-Man, any hero that ever saved a civilian, basically. As an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., you had to investigate this mysterious pulse that showered the planet with a new radioactive isotope called ISO-8. Now it's pretty much impossible to play a Marvel game and not have ISO-8 involved. But as far as I'm aware, Avengers Alliance was the first instance that ISO-8 was utilised in-game anywhere. You also had trendy S.H.I.E.L.D. uniforms. Yeah, that S.H.I.E.L.D. spandex, I want that. The uniforms can sort you out into the different classes, Infiltrator, Blaster, Bruiser, yada yada yada, and giving you the strengths and weaknesses therein. And of course there are different tiers of weapons and armour to make you more powerful and boost your stats. S.H.I.E.L.D. has given you full backing and put you in charge of your own personal super team. So it was up to you and your decisions, and yours alone, to assemble all the heroes through the Marvelverse and save the day. Seriously, they just let you have free reign. After earning these heroes, you can choose whoever you want. S.H.I.E.L.D. never question you, like at all. You have their full support. And for a new recruit, you kind of have to wonder why nobody questioned it. But hey, super fun for me. Moving on to my next favourite thing about this game, alternate costumes. Every superhero throughout their life has had one or two wardrobe malfunctions, or successful wardrobe alterations, depending on how you look at it. Look at Spidey. He's had the classic red and blue, he's had the symbiote Venom costume, he's also had the Future Foundations when he was hanging around with the Fantastic Four. The Avengers had their comic version, their movie version, their alternate parallel zombieverse version. I made that last one up, but that would have been awesome. By unlocking the alternate costumes, you unlock new skills, new abilities, and it really personalised your team. You could go into battle feeling that this was who you had chosen. It wasn't just your Human Torch, it was your version of the Human Torch. Costumes also had secondary effects. If you had two heroes wearing the same costumes from a certain set, i.e. the Future Foundation, it would boost their stats even further, making you feel even more badass. Quicksilver's pretty slick on a normal day, but put him in his Avengers Rise of Ultron uniform, and he's pretty much unstoppable. It could change their attacks, give them alternate effects, and overall they just look cool. I love the fact that you can make any team you want. You had heroes, you had villains, there were even heroes I'd never even heard of. There is Jessica Jones, Misty Knight, Moon Knight, the new Avengers. I don't think I've bought a new comic book for years, but there are so many new kids on the block. It's hard to keep track. But this game included as much as they could. They were introducing new heroes every month. And every so often they would do a seasonal event with which to acquire new particular heroes. Stories based around X-Men, or Guardians of the Galaxy, or the Spider-Verse. So many events. When they had the event going to earn Emma Frost, everyone was online. Come on, who wouldn't want to use that character? Their epic story just encapsulated the entire Marvel comic verse, and movie verse, and cartoon verse. But still no zombie verse. I'm kind of sad about that one now. As with many a Facebook game, there are many bonuses to be had by having your friends play it as well. Every day they could send you items, they could send you in-game cash. In battle you could call in their agent to assist you for one attack. It wasn't so much a community aspect for me, but there were a lot of followers that always used to chat on the Facebook page, comparing strategies, advising new players, telling people how to get certain loot drops, where to find that specific weapon. Just so many wonderful Marvel stories that came to life. Stories that put your avatar right in the thick of it. It was heart-wrenching when they announced its closure. I was gutted. They gave everyone 1 month's notice to finish playing the game to their enjoyment. 1 month! That's nothing in game time! The whole community was just like gobsmacked. We just couldn't believe it. Just think about it. If you had been playing this game from the start for 4 years, as I had, all the time, all the effort, all the heroes you had managed to accumulate, all that you had planned and toiled to achieve, 4 years of supporting this particular franchise, gone in a month. A lot of people had actually spent money on this game because they loved it so much. It meant a lot to them. To have it all taken away in that manner, it was insulting. We never really got a firm excuse as to why it shut down. I've been doing my research, and from what I can gather is, and I quote, "The game did not meet performance standards." Fair enough. The gaming industry is a business, even freemium games. But to just stop everything so suddenly. In that final month, they did gift all the players a certain amount of gold to spend as they want and a free character to use for that month. But come on, it was a month. We didn't get a resolution to the story, we didn't get a decent excuse. Funny thing though, this did actually happen with another game I used to play. There was this other Facebook game called Dragon Age Legends. It had similar gameplay mechanics. Turn-based battle systems, status on status effects. Same thing happened. They had to close down. It was very sad. For a lot of people. Is this sad? Is this the sad face? This is the kind of face. Look at my sad face. However, this is where the two companies differ. As a thank you to all the players and gamers, to the fans of the Dragon Age world, they provided a downloadable link. The full game. For free. No, the PvP features were no longer accessible, but it still was the full game. Everything they developed, every sprite, on your own personal computer, and I still play it to this day. They gave us the whole game for free. That's nice. That's a company that respect their fans. Marvel Avengers Alliance had so much content over its 4-year run. Even if Disney Interactive that took it over had developed a downloadable version, it would still be keeping many fans entertained. One of the things I think let it down is when they made a playable version downloadable on the iOS store. They made a version for iOS that connected to your Facebook account. The problem was your save file was not transferable. So if you had been playing it on Facebook and you wanted it to play on your mobile device, nah, gotta start all the way from the beginning. Ain't nobody got time for that. Even if they had done a downloadable version for Marvel Avengers Alliance with all its epic story, content and features, even without PvP, that would have been appreciated by a lot of fans, by a lot of gamers, you know, us geeks. Check the forums, there are still gamers who miss Avengers Alliance. Even though a year has passed. Seriously, it's been a whole year. I'm still having withdrawal symptoms. Maybe it wasn't as popular as Disney Interactive would have liked. Maybe it wasn't as popular as I would have liked. But it catered to a certain niche of gamers that are severely overlooked. In-depth strategic combat with superheroes. Incorporating your own customized avatar. I recommend DC Legends, which is pretty good too. But it just doesn't meet the high bar that was raised by Avengers Alliance. There just aren't enough tactical, strategic, turn-based battle systems that work well with the superhero dynamic. I've looked! Disney Interactive at the moment are putting all their game savvy into Marvel Future Fight. And that is a good game too. No, seriously, check it out. It is really, really, really good. But it doesn't scratch that itch for strategic, turn-based combat. Check the forums, check Facebook, check Reddit. There's still a wide community of Avengers Alliance fans out there that miss it and long for its return. There are rumours, and you may want to check this out. There is a project going on called Avengers Alliance Reborn. Someone is working diligently right now. They're hiring artists, they're planning concepts. They want to infuse new gamma radiation and super serum and X genes and radioactive spider bites into a brand new game based on everything that made the original Avengers Alliance great. If you are a fan, if you miss it like I do, please check it out. Keep your nose to the grindstone, keep your ears to the ground, and give them all the support they can. It was a great game, I wish it was still around, and I'm hoping the next one will be even better. Do you share my feelings? What are your favourite memories from Avengers Alliance? What other superhero games are you playing? Are you one of those people that go, meh, was alright? Or like me, are you still just that little bit aggravated? That was Avengers Alliance and why it was awesome. Share your favourite superhero team-ups in the comment section below. Which superheroes would you like to see more of in video games? Spider-Woman? Jessica Jones? Quicksilver? Iceman? Iceman never gets enough screen time. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and please remember to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm Richie, stay magic, and see you next time. Thank you for watching IG Critic. If you enjoyed viewing it as much as we did making it, then please remember to give a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. For more on video games, feel free to check out our other content here on YouTube and over on igcritic.com.